Good evening, Lance sir. Shall we start the session? Am I audible to you?
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. We can start. We can start.
Okay, sir.
Shall I start?
No, sir. Good evening, one and all. A very warm welcome to day 4 of the 6 days online faculty development program on From Idea to Impact Research Paper Writing, Publication, and Patent Filing, organized by the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering in association with the Research and Development Cell of Vidya Academy of Science and Technology Technical Campus, Kilimanur. We are delighted to have you all join us today for the invited session on exploring the art of research paper writing. It now gives me immense pleasure to introduce today's distinguished resource person, Dr. G. Glan Devdas sir. Dr. Glan Devdas sir is currently the Director of Research and Innovation at CMR University, Bangalore, with over 25 years of experience in teaching, research, and academic leadership. He has held several key positions, including Vice Principal, Professor, Head of the Department, Chairman of Board of Studies, Academic Council member, and the Doctoral Committee member in various institutions. He is an accomplished researcher and author with more than 110 publications in SCI and Scopus Index journals and international conferences, along with 2 books and 3 patent grants. He has organized 5 IEEE international conferences and after 50 FTPs, workshops, and seminars, significantly contributing to research capacity building. Dr. Glan has received research funding and recognition from prestigious organizations such as ISRO, DRDO, CSIR, AICTE, KSCSTE, ANERT, and KTU, and has served as associate editor of the project director of the NIU SAT Nano Satellite project from 2010 to 2015 and has successfully guided several doctoral scholars. His research interests include soft computing, intelligent controller design, system identification, adaptive systems, and smart systems, making him exceptionally suited to guide us on today's topic. We are confident that today's session will provide valuable insights into effective research writing practices and help enhance the quality and impact of scholarly publications. I now cordially invite Dr. Glan Devdas sir to take over the session. Sir, the session is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. Is it audible? It's okay?
Yes, sir. It is audible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all. And nice. Good evening to you all. And I congratulate the Department of EC of Vidya Academy for conducting a workshop on publication and ethics. Really, I'm thankful to you for inviting me as a resource person for a session. Hope all of most of the your resource persons have handled the same thing, since nothing more than we can say in the publication art of writing the purpose and publishing. But everybody can explain their own experience. By the way, I am also just, it is an experience sharing session only, and at any time we can it will be as a discussion session. And I will move to the session for this title, Exploring the Art of Writing and Publishing a Research Paper. Okay, so first of all, what is the need of publication and why we are publishing? Okay, so anyone, you can unmute your mic and you can answer the questions. What is the need of publications nowadays? In anywhere we are going and all the places where the publication is very mandatory. What is the need of publications? Why we are conducting this such a workshop in every institutions nowadays? Anyone from the audience side? That will be good for we are making it as an interaction session, since all of you are now relaxed in your home. Hello. Yes, sir. Please. Anything? Oh,
Hello, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
To identify unexplored areas of knowledge.
Explore the area of knowledge, or else
in a specific field.
So my question is, why these industrial persons are not that much bother about the publications, and only our academics, we are much more talking about the publications. What is the difference between these two? Okay, anyway, first thing is, all the academics, based on our APIs and incentives and our credibility and promotions, all the things will be there. Okay. And main thing, as a faculty member, this publication is a mandate as per our current scenarios. Okay. Even it may be the NAC or NBA or any accreditation bodies, they will ask about the publication as well as the quality publications. Okay, so quality publications means it will comes from that is your indexing of the journal, where you are publishing and what you are publishing, how you are publishing, all these things will be there. Okay, so for example, in an social science researchers, as well as the science and technology researchers, we cannot expect that both are having the same yardstick and both are having the same type of the journals, and the way of writing and interpretation of the results are not at all same. Both are different. Both are in different streams. The social science, they are going with this qualitative analysis or the quantitative analysis. And as an engineering, we are not going to bother about what is qualitative, what is quantitative, what is hypothesis. All the things we are set it aside, and we are only bother about some analysis we have to do it, and some publications we have to make it and satisfy the particular semester or 2 semesters, or within 1 or 2 semesters, how many papers we are publishing. Only that questions will arise from the departments or the institutions, and that may be the fate, or that may be what it may be, and some credibility also we will get it, or some incentives. Some institutions are giving incentives. In our institutions, we are giving up to, for the Q1 journals, some 30,000. Some institutions are giving more than that. that some institutions are fully covering this open access charges. All these things are for the institution development, research ecosystem development, as well as our own developments. Okay, so wherever you are going, first they will ask how many papers you published. Earlier, they will ask how many papers you published. After that, they asked that how many Scopus publications you are having and how many Web of Science publications you are having. Now they are asking about how many Q1 journals you are having. Okay, what is the quartile indexing of your journal you published? Q1, how many Q1 journals, how many Q2 journals, how many Q3 journals, and how many Q4 journals. Okay, so nobody is bothered about the Q4 nowadays, since Scopus is day by day updating it, and sometimes some journals are getting discontinued, and we are difficult to find the particular journal. And today I am publishing it, and tomorrow it is not going to be indexed. All these issues will be there, and these are all the challenging aspects. Okay, so if you are targeting the Q1 journal, quartile 1 journal, it is taking more time. For example, if you are writing properly and trying to publish in the Springer Nature, it will take at least 1 year. Okay, for all the review process, it has to cross all the review process, and then even sometimes discouragation will take place. And if the discouragation also it bypass, means again 2-3 reviewers are there and they are giving comments, and then you have to pay much more for this open access journals also. So these are all the challenges every academicians are facing. Okay, so you are getting some salary, means you have to spend nearly 20 to 30% for your sustainability because of this either patent filing or paper writing or something. But if we are taking it as an art, just this is my passion. How you can explore yourself, means just earlier days we are having the habit of writing diaries. Okay, day to day what is happening there in our life, we are writing it as a diary writing, and according to that some writing habits we are having. Nowadays there is no writing habits. Okay, we are not at all writing anything. Even we are doing our research also, we are not writing our research diaries. Okay, we are hesitant to write the research diaries. Okay, so writing is an art actually. Okay, not paper writing or research paper writing or art, whatever may be. If you are able to write some blogs, okay, if you are able to write some white papers, if you are able to write something in the LinkedIn and post it, that is called the art of writing without using any of the AI tools like your ChatGPT or nothing. You have to transform your knowledge to the society through the writing only. Okay, so this research paper, when we are going to the research, before that, I will tell you, I want to create a platform that what is colloquially with respect to the writings, that is paper writing or your story writing or your letter writing. Okay, or else you are going to write something related to some concept. Okay, so we are writing something somewhere. Okay, but what is the outcome of that writing? Whether the writing is going to have some goals. Okay, the writing is oriented with some results, and the writing is going to explore something, means that may be a meaningful information. As an electronics engineers or some signal processing, you know that what is called the signal. Signal means what? Some physical quantity that carries some information. If it is not having information, we are calling it as a noise. Okay, similarly, when we are writing something, if it carries some information, definitely we are calling it as some articles. Okay, whatever may be. Without information, we are not calling it as an articles. Okay, so once you write the article, okay, you should require that is some knowledge. Okay, how you can get the knowledge? That is very important. Also, you have to refer the similar literatures, then only you will get some knowledge. Okay, that is called a theoretical one. Okay, sometimes you will get a theoretical knowledge, you got it. Okay, I am having some concept. Without the concept, you can't write anything. So concept can be termed as an problems. Okay, I am having, what is the problem? Means every day-to-day life, we are having lot of pain points. Okay, whatever may be the pain points in your life, we are transforming into a research problem and doing something, trying to make a solution. Then you are having a good problem or platform. You created a platform. Within the platform, you are going to. Today, one Viva was happened in my university actually. Okay, that madam has one of she's somewhat old actually, around 45 to 50 years old. Okay, she has defended the thesis well, and one of the professor from Delhi University attended that Viva, and he appreciated her well, since she has given some solutions for the autism patients. Okay, and from the psychology department. So the main problem, the title of the thing is that how this society is dealing the autism patient, and the pain points of the caretakers. Okay, she presented very nicely actually, and she published two Q2 journals and all the things. In fact, 2021 she joined her PhD program, and well presented. Everybody appreciated. After that, she came to my room actually, and then I told her, "Ma'am, how many of the samples you collected, and how you interacted with them?" Then finally, with the tears, she told me that I am having one son with autism of 21 years old. Okay, that is the pain point. From that pain point, I got the problem. Okay. Similarly, one of my candidate who is doing, I will show her paper also. So, doing her research in cancer, her father is suffered with the cancer, and without proper prediction is available. Because of that, only after the final stage only they identified he is suffering from the cancer. These are the pain points. I don't want to interfere that. We have to go with all the medical pain points. It may be the some other social pain points. Okay, so some unsolved problems may be there in the society. Okay, and using your technology, whatever you have studied till now, like your IoT maybe, or it may be your signal processing means, or you were our algorithm developments, or in the quantum computing, if you are able to give some solutions, okay, and solution is not at all easy, but finding the problem is very tough than that of the finding solution. So finding the right problem is the important in any of the research. Okay, so your research paper, that is the classification of the paper, the methodology of the research, that itself it will take some other sessions. So I cannot go into in depth in that. Okay, just I am starting from that of the research paper here. Okay, so research paper should consist of a specific research questions. Okay, so research questions will come from your problem statement. If you are making a statement of the problem properly, for example, what is a problem statement? When I am going to consult a doctor, okay, I am going and tell him that just I am having heart attack. Okay, that is not the problem statement. That is a solution. I am going to the doctor and explaining about my symptoms. Okay, and I don't know what it is. Okay, something is there. I am feeling some chest pain, and some other sweating is there. Some other problem I'm feeling. These are all my things. Okay, I have taken so and so medicines, but it is not suppressed, or this one. That's what I am coming to you. Okay, that is my problem. It is that's what the statement of the problem itself is very important in any type of the writing, whether it may be your thesis writing, or it may be your article writing, it may be your book writing. Okay, so if the books also oriented at problem solving, means that will be easy, and it will easily approached, easily it will reach to that of the audience. Okay, that is I will come to that of the audience later. So first thing is, what is the whether your research paper is addressing any specific research questions or not. Not only one question, maybe it may be the multiple questions also. Okay, multiple questions may be also allowed. Okay, so, but one research paper, one question is enough. But in a thesis, we are taking multiple questions of the research, one problem statement, and the sub questions. Maybe you can raise the sub questions, and then you can make some methodology, and how you are going to solve it, and results and discussions. All the things will follow that. Okay, so all the research paper should consist of one research question. It is not only for the research paper, it is applicable to the review paper also. Whatever the things you are writing, okay, and somebody is writing some poems, okay, when they will get a poem, poetry, when they are becoming a poet, when they are getting some failures in their life, no, isn't it? In the earlier stages, we that those who are growing their long beard and they are writing that my lover left me and I am on the way, and some all the stories they are writing there. Their problems they are writing in the form of some poetries. Okay, so some problems, some questions should be there, and some statement of the problem should be there to address any of the articles. So if you are writing any article without any problems, that article is going to be desk rejected. Okay, desk rejection means the editor is not going to send your paper to the next stage. Okay, the paper should goes to the next stage, then only the review will takes place. Okay, I was an associate editor of Elsewhere Computers and Electricals. That I got it on a complimentary offer only. That when I worked in Vimal Jyoti Engineering College, we conducted some conferences. Okay, and in the conference, one of the conference I have taken on special issue. Okay, the screen is visible. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Some issues here.
Some. No, it is now. It is still you're presenting now, but
Okay, just
earlier it was visible, sir. The slides were visible.
Sorry for that. Okay, now it's okay, no? Hello.
Not yet, sir. For me.
Now?
Is the screen visible for any other participant? It is not visible for me.
No, sir,
Not
it's
yet,
not
sir.
visible.
It's not visible, sir.
What happened? Start coming now.
Not yet for me, sir. Lakshmi, miss, is it visible for you?
No, sir.
Start coming.
No, sir.
Why? One minute, I will exit and join. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Some issues are there.
It's okay, sir.
Is it visible, ma'am? Hello?
No, sir. Not for me.
Now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry, some issues happen. Okay. So at the time I got one associate editorship of this Control Computers and Electrical Journal. I think it is one of the good journal. Okay, so first that editor, what is our role is, we have to go through this problem that and then assign to that of the reviewers. Okay, if I am rejecting it from my side, okay, I'm not sending it to that of the reviewer side, then it is called the desk rejection. Okay, so desk rejection is happening if your problem is not specified in your paper. Even it may be a review paper also. That's what I told. Anything we are going to write it, when it gets meaningful, there should be one problem. Okay, there should be the statement of the problem is very important. What you are going to address. For example, I am going to write one review article. This is a research article, one side it is there, and I'm going to write a review article about the IoT. Okay, IoT is a wide area. I can write the article for IoT, the sensors for IoT, actuators for IoT, and the communication channels for the IoT, communication networking for the IoT. Whatever maybe you want, you can write it. Or these are all the surveys. Okay, so I'm taking some papers there, and first I have to define the problem. Okay, this experimentation or no, sorry, this review is going to target what? Okay, what type of the sensors? Sensors means also n number of sensors are there. Your temperature sensors may be there, humidity sensors may be there, and whether it may be your or pressure sensor, or it may be the agriculture applications. You can't accommodate everything within an 8 to 10 pages of the papers. So you have to take a specific problem, and that problem should be addressed. That problem should be addressed through your literature. That is, you are going to find the gap. Okay, you are going to find the problem using that literatures, what you are surveying there, then you will get a good review paper. Similarly, if you are having some results, okay, I am getting some results, and the results are from where you have got the results. The results are from your problems. Okay, so one part of the problem, that is your research work may consist of 4 or 5 objectives. Okay, so when you are starting your research work, first you should go with a review paper. Don't go with a research paper. Research paper means I am starting it, so I am making some review. Okay, if you are in a STEM field, that is a science and technology field, means automatically you will go for your reviews, and if you are the social science, literature review, and if you are a social science, you can make some other surveys. Okay, so survey paper, theory paper, review paper, all the things are comes under in one umbrella. Okay, so the way of writing the review paper and the research paper differ. Research paper, when you are going to write, means you should have some results. Without results, you cannot formulate any research papers. Okay, if you are having some results, for example, any problem, one problem cannot be solved within one objective. So any problem, first we are dividing into 4 or 5 objectives. 4 objectives more than enough for your PhD, or 5 to 6 objectives may also be there for the theoretical studies. Okay, experimentations, they will make 4 objectives by either formulating the model, and then you can compare with the existing model. Then you are implementing some algorithms and comparing the algorithms. Okay, that may be the 4 things. Okay, so 4 or 5 objectives are more than enough. So each and every objectives you should justify with some papers. So each and every objectives you should take some results. Okay, so when you are starting that, you cannot go for all the things. So you have to download some papers. You have to narrow down your research. That research cannot be done for the wide aspect. It should be narrowed down. Okay, so the narrow downing is done by means of your findings. That is the problem statements. This is my problem. I want to solve this problem. Okay, so always the getting the problem is the complex job in doing PhD or doing research. And nowadays, more complexity is there of obtaining the good data. Okay, earlier they are telling that getting the good problem, best problem or suitable problem is one thing. Nowadays, the main thing is getting the proper data is the another one big challenge. Okay, everywhere data is available, but I am telling you the proper data. Okay, so this is the thing. Either you are getting some research questions, or the papers can be written through some reviews, or the papers can be, the projects can be converted into other thing. So theoretical and the practical aspects. These two are the very important. Okay, so this is the thing of where. Then how many research questions to address a paper? That already I told in the previous session. One paper, one research question, if you are addressing properly, that is enough to get an one. One paper means it may be 8 to 10 pages, more than enough. Okay, and that based on the publishers is may differ. For example, IEEE, and these three are the prime now. IEEE, Springer, and elsewhere. These three we are targeting normally in the Q1 or something. So IEEE, if you are having good analysis, more analysis are required. And even you can make a mathematical model and making some analysis, the mathematical equations, more equations you are having, definitely you can go with the IEEE publications. But you are concentrating on much more theoretical. Then the page number, you should not restrict within 6 or 8. It should go up to 15 pages. 15 to 20 pages is required. And you can confidently, you can approach the elsewhere publications. Okay, or Science Direct elsewhere publication. Springer is the mix-up of these two. Springer wants analysis as well as they want the theoretical also. Okay, but IEEE never wants any bluffings. If you are having the Pakka analytical things, you can confidently approach the IEEE things. Okay, so one research question you can is more than enough for writing one paper if you are solving one research question means. Okay, but in your thesis, you should include 3-4 research questions. Okay, research question is different from that of the problem statements. Secondly, related to some other research questions, that is the one main question may be divided into sub questions if it is required. Okay, and so if a project allows you to explore several distinct research questions, write several papers. Why you are going to restrict within only one paper? Okay, so parallelly you can write several papers with all the things. Okay. So, for example, the idea is not to split a result into least publishable thing practices, that is the rightly, but rather into the publishable units. So you can segregate into the small subsections and subunits, and you can make many papers there using the multiple questions. So this is the main thing. What is a good research questions? Anyone can answer this? What is a good research question? Okay, so this is very important. Nowadays, we are coming across the word novelty. Okay, so some papers you are referring means every place they are writing is a novel. Sometimes it may irritate to the editors. Okay, all places if you are writing, it is novel, or I have created a 180-degree shift there, and it is an most significant work in this history if you are writing those things, but some specific novelty is very, very important. Okay, and that you have to address in your paper politely. Okay, what is the originality of your paper? That from the, I will show the body of the paper where we have to place the novelty. The novelty should be placed in only 3 places. Don't write it in all the places. It is novel. It is the highest work in the world. Okay. Okay, and the research question should be precise, and it may be the idea of some questioners. Okay, inquiry means it may be from the outcome of some questioners, the final research question will come. Okay, that is not with respect to the engineering, that it is with respect to the social science problems. Okay, so a study does not necessarily have to break completely new ground, but it should extend previous knowledge in the useful way. Always research means that only. Okay, we are not going to invent anything new within 3 years of your research career or 4 years of your thing, but we are going to show some performance improvements, enhancement in the existing work. Okay, so that is very important. And the research should be of interest of others who work. This is a very, very important thing. To whom we are going to write these articles. Okay, we can say that I am going to write the article for me. Okay, so who is going to benefit it? Okay, n number of the authors who are going to read your article should cite that article. That is very important. Okay, I am selling some product. This is equivalent to some marketing strategies. I am selling some product. That product should be purchased by somebody. Okay, so it should be, so who is going to purchase your things means the reader. Okay, so the reader should impressed with your work, then they will cite your work. If they cite your work, you will get the visibility. The research, another one important thing is visibility. I am publishing n number of the papers, okay, but it is not visible to others. What is the use of that? That's what nowadays we have to involve ourselves in all social media activities such a way that our research should be visible to the society. Okay, many people has to cite your work. Then only your citation will come up. Okay, so if you publish one paper, you can post it in the LinkedIn, or you can post it in the ResearchGate or Academia, like that. Then many people can easily download. For example, Springer Nature, one of my paper is there, but I can't able to download it. If you want to download, means you have to pay some dollars there. Okay, so what I have done means I got the galley proof, and I have now I have uploaded in my ResearchGate. Many people are trying to cite it, or they are downloading it and reading the paper. Okay, so that is called the visibility. And another way, you have to make all the possible research accounts. What are the research accounts? Like your bank account, you have to create your Scopus Index and Orchid, your Web of Science Researcher ID, not ResearchGate. Researcher ID is another one with respect to your Web of Science. Okay, and the Web of Science comes under this nowadays the Clarivate Analytics. Okay, so all these things will give or improve the visibility of your thing. And when you are going for interview in another one institute or somewhere, first they will ask how many citations you are having, and how many, that's already I told you, how many Q1 journals you are having, how many patent granted. Earlier they are asking how many patent you have applied, then how many patents published. Now they are asking how many patents granted, not now, earlier. Now they are asking how many patents you commercialized. Okay, how many patents you commercialized? What is the income you generated from that? Okay, similarly, earlier they asked how many papers you published. Then they asked how many UGC care or peer review. And then they asked about the Scopus indexing. Now they are not at all worry about the Scopus indexing. They are worried about the Q1 quartile ranking and then impact factor. Okay, so these are all the parameters that will prove your scientific thing, and as well as your thing. And another one case, don't pray for the businesses. That is nowadays similar to that of all gamblings. Now the research gambling takes place, and they will ask you to include yourself for the guest authors. Okay, there are two authorships are to be avoided. One is a ghost author, another one is a guest author. I know I am thinking that somebody has addressed all these things. Okay, so guest author means without your contribution, your name is included there. And ghost author means somebody contributed but neglected from that of the article. These two should be avoided. Okay, these two should not come under the ethical means. Ethics is very, very important. Because of the unethical activities nowadays, lot of papers are retracted from the databases. Once your paper get retracted, and that it will be reported in the Publon, it will be reported in the Scopus indexing database, it will be reported in prohibited author list, and it sometimes some publishers, they are communicating to that of the affiliation also. Okay, if a paper is affiliated with the CMR University, they will come contact to the CMR University that okay, this paper is retracted for so and so other. Okay, so your all reputations will gone. Okay, similarly, one of the case of one of my colleagues was happened that he supervised his student in UG level or some PG level. I don't know, UG or PG level. He published the paper. Okay, and one of the reputed journal. And after the paper get published, he published with the name of him, his wife, and his family, and his friends, all the things, okay, included. And then finally, the candidate, the student come to know that the paper is published without his name, okay. And now the student is grown up. He has returned to that of the thing after some 7-8 years. Okay, so now they send it the retraction notice to that of the corresponding author. Okay, and the corresponding author now is in a struggle that the paper is going to be retracted from the database. Okay, from the journal also. Okay, so please don't involve in any of the unethical. Since this guest authors are suffering a lot, they are paying the amount without any contributions, and they doesn't know what is there. And finally, one day it is getting retracted, their name is going to be getting spoiled. Now, with this is the youngest stage, it is not at all an issue. When you are getting one good position, like one of the good position in any of the universities, okay, maybe especially in the government universities, if you are getting mates, the people will search about your history. Okay, what are all the publications you have made, where you have published, what are the papers there, and then they are searching that any AI content is there or anything, any plagiarism is there. All the searchings will take place. Nowadays, the world is so much transparent, nothing you can hide. Okay, so that is very, very important that the ethics is very, very important in the scientific writing or publications. So what are the requirements of a scientific paper? Okay, so in the 1983 itself, Robert Day emphasized on how the paper was written and the way it was published. Okay, so the process leading to the publication is equally important as the content, style, and organization of the paper. Okay, so the publications, we know what are the kind of publications, either maybe the conference, journal, book chapter, technical report, white papers from the industry. They are not at all caring about your journal or scopus. They are publishing in the white papers. Okay, so these are all the things. But white papers, no, none of our institutions are accepting it. They want the scopus indexing. They want Web of Science. They want impact factor at all. That's what the scam. All the scams are happening. Okay, so conference papers, those who are starting their research, definitely you go to the conference, okay, with some results. What is the important of the conference than that of the others means you will get direct reviewer comments. Okay, if the conference is done properly manner, definitely there are 2-3 referees are there, and technical chairs will be there. They will give you the proper comments there. That is one thing. Second thing is you will get a good networking there and the publications. Okay, nowadays some conferences leads towards the journal also. The extended paper of the conference will goes to the journal. Most of the IITs, they are doing some on the thing. Okay, if please go for the good conferences, that will give you more visibility, and moreover, this conference paper will get the more visibility than that of the journal paper. Journal paper will not get that much visibility, but conference paper you will get the visibility. Okay, and the journal, we know everywhere the journal, what is journal, what is the definition of the journal, and what is a peer-reviewed journal, and what is a cloned journal, and that is also very, very important nowadays. The same name, same ISBN number, everything is available, but the paper is not indexed in the Scopus, then we are calling it as a cloned journal. Okay, the journal is cloned and or in the journal is hijacked. Okay, you are losing your money, you are losing your article since the article is available online. Okay, it is available online. If the article is not available online, also you can publish in somewhere. But you can, after once the article get published, there is no contact between the editor and the many students in my university. They are suffering by means of this cloned journal publications. Okay, they publish somewhere and they are coming and fighting with me, sir. I want this is a Scopus journal. Journal is Scopus. What is the meaning of the journal is Scopus? Your paper is indexed in Scopus or not? That is very important. So before going for a publications, please do some research on the journal, what journal you are going to publish. Okay, and the easy way is, if I am going to publish some papers in particular journal, you go with the journal, and all the journals are having the submission managing system. Okay, so submission portal. So you go to the manage central or something that it is there. You have to go with that. You log in and upload your paper in the particular journal. Don't give to somebody to submit the journal or something. Then definitely it will goes to the cloned area. Okay, so that is the gray area not addressed by and even what the Scopus will do. You are right into the Scopus. They will tell, okay, your paper is not there. We can't do anything, and that journal is not at all indexed. But it is reflecting on the original journal is reflecting on the Scopus. Okay, so it is very difficult, and most of the cloning and hijacking is happening in the Q4 journals only, the low ranked journals. Okay, Q1 journal, Q2 journal, the cloning is not at all happening nowadays. Okay, so very important, you have to choose the right journal and right publications. And moreover, if I am going to publish some particular journal, means at least you have to cite some 4 or 5 papers from that particular journal. Okay, so the editor will be getting very happy that, okay, you have referred or you have gone through this, and the scope is also very important. Okay, the scope of your paper should map to with the scope of the journal. Then definitely they will that accept your paper to publish in the journal. Next is book chapter. Book chapter, we know CRC Press and IJ Global, lot of things are coming for this Scopus indexing. But if you are having some more than 10 pages of the thing, you can go for the book chapters and a technical report also. Okay, and case studies, if you are some any management people are there, the case studies also. So these are all the publication platforms. Okay, so sorry. So the first disclosure of your thing is, okay, all the observations and repeat the expressions, evaluate the individual process that will leads to the disclosure of the result and enabling the peer review. Another one thing is with respect to the peer review. So we are misunderstanding with that of the peer reviewed journal. Many journals are available within 24 hours publications. Today I'm submitting, means tomorrow it will be getting published. Don't think, and they are displaying that our journal is having this type much of impact factor. Impact factor means only it is indexed by the Clarivate Analytics. Then that's what you have to go the journal indexing, where the journal is indexed. Okay, if it is indexed with the Clarivate Analytics, then the impact factor is valid. Otherwise, the impact factor is not at all valid there. Okay, so a scientific, all the things I covered actually. Okay, so a scientific paper must be published in the right place, and right place peer-reviewed journal. Peer-reviewed, all the Scopus indexing are the peer-reviewed, and similarly the vice versa. And you should get some reviewer comments. Then the thing is going, means that is the right thing you are doing in your thing. Okay. Okay. So all the things I have covered there in the previous slide itself. So impact factor, that is earlier it is called the Thomson Reuters. Nowadays it is called the Clarivate Analytics. There it is called classified as a science citation index. Science citation index expanded. and extended science citation ESCI, and this SSCI, Social Science Citation Index. All these things are they were having good values actually. Okay, if journalists have SCI or SCAE, the impact factor will be getting more. Okay, so this many of the earlier experts might have taken this topic. Okay, so this will be the title, abstract, introduction, body, and results and discussions, references. All these things are the results, discussion, and conclusions. Okay, all these things are the the structure of a research paper, or it may be the review paper. The results and discussion will not be there. Instead of the results and discussion, the discussion should be there. Okay. So this is the structure: title, abstract, introduction, body. That in this body itself, you are giving about the methodology and the different kind of the methodologies, what it is done, and the discussions and conclusions and references. 1 minute. Okay, so the title of the paper. Okay, title of the paper is equivalent to your your name. Okay, how you want to name yourself, any of the thing. So when you are going to name it, okay. So in our house, we will name the baby when it is born. Immediately we are giving the thing. Okay, but when you are writing the article, it should be last. You have to name that and the paper only at last. Okay, don't give the title of the paper immediately when you are starting your thing. Okay, it should be given, and the title and abstract should be last only. And any of the results you are having, so first you should have the results. So table, figures are the first you have to keep with you. When you are going to write a paper, the table and figures are very, very important, and how you are going to illustrate them, and all the illustrations you have to write it. Then you have to go for your discussion, results, and conclusions. Okay, and then you can go for your methodology. Then you write about the introduction, abstract, and the title. Just you can reverse it. Okay, then you will get a proper model of your paper. Okay, so all these things that you know, what is abstract, what is title, what is introduction, and what are the materials and methods, results and discussion and conclusion. Okay, so what is title? Nearly, really, that a title, first that any of the reviewer or editor will see your title and abstract only. They are not at all going to read your entire paper. Okay, if the title is proper, then okay, they will understand that you have done something related to the thing. So in the title, please avoid the jargons. Just don't include much more abbreviations there, unless otherwise the abbreviation is much more that generalized one. Okay, for example, PID controller, I have to write it PID controller only. I will not going to expand that proportional, integral, and derivative controller. Since maximum words you can include in the title is 10 to 12 words. Okay, that is the benchmarking. And more than that, you can include, no problem. But it will boring to that of the editors. Okay, then abstract also you have to write it the last only. Abstract is, and the title, these two are the trailers of your thing. Okay, normally we know about that all the movies are getting hit after if the trailer is hit. Nowadays, like it is looking like that only. How many views are there in the trailer? According to that, you will get a the Jananayagan is now getting popular because of more views are there in its trailer, and people are now decoding the trailer and they are telling that it is equivalent to that this one Bhavan Kesari or some other movie. So the decoding will happen in when you are submitting your article in the some particular journal. They will decode it. Say what title? This title indicates what are the things, what are the mechanisms you have included. Okay, and this effective title should identify the main issues of your what are all the issues are there, in the what issues you have addressed in your thing. I will showcase some examples there. And and this abstract and what was done, what was found, what are the major conclusions. Okay, so you can surprised about why I have to include the conclusions. Conclusion is nothing but main findings of your thing. So you can include some numerical values there in the abstract. Nowadays everybody is expecting some numerical values in the abstract. How you have how you are claiming the novelty, or how you have enhanced the other works than that ever thing. So what was done, what was found, what are the major conclusions. Okay, and then this your major findings should be included. Then introduction. Okay, introduction maximum 4 to 5 paragraphs. Okay, so introduction, mainly the readers will be getting interested in your introduction chapter. Okay, that normally in the introduction, first you have to give the generalized one, then you have to give the specific one. Okay, specific is with respect to your problem. Okay, generalized, first I have to give the overall overview. So one paragraph may be the overview, and next paragraph may be your this one. What motivations behind your work. That maybe this motivation is always coming from your research gaps and your surveys only. Okay, so motivations, then state of art, then you have to specify what you have done there. Okay, what you have done. That is some others will include in the state of art itself. That is what is the importance or iconic of your work. Then finally, you should end with the organization of the paper. Okay, so whenever you want to read a paper, you have to read the last but one paragraph of the introduction. Then you can understand the concept of the paper, what concept, what materials they have used, what methods they have used, and what results they achieved, what the paper is going. So reader is getting interested in the introduction chapter only. Okay, so title and abstract will attract everybody, and you will get more visibility in the title and abstract only. Okay, you will get more citation in the title and abstract, since all open access journal, all the open access journal as well as subscription based journal also displaying all papers, title and the abstract. Okay, so that's what I told. It is a trailer, and if they are interested, then they will contact you. Please send your paper, or they will purchase the paper. Then material and methods, you know what is the specific materials and methodology, what you have used, how you are carry out your work, and what are the tools, research tools you have used, and what are the software you have used in the material and methods. If you want to show the specifications, please show the specification. If I am doing some research in the reactor, continuous trip tank reactor, I have to show the specifications and its operations, how it is working, and what is a control variable, what is a manipulated variable. Everything I have to specify, and then I have to explain about how I am going to solve the problem, and when the varying of the one thing will affect the other variables, how it is, what are the dependent variable, what are the independent variables, and how I am going to control the things. Everything should be there in the material and methods. And here you can include more subsections, the material and methods. But introduction don't include a subsection, and abstract don't include any of the citations. And title don't include the unknown abbreviations. Okay, these are all the don'ts. Okay, and then you have to go for the results. You will get a good results, and now the results are there, but the presentation is not proper. Nobody will value your paper. Okay, so the presentations are very, very important. And when you are presenting your results, you have to use the proper softwares to present it. Even from the Excel to all the things. So you can start from the Excel, you can use MATLAB, and you can use Python to present your results there. Okay, the results presentation may be in the tabular form or in the figure form. Don't include the many tables there. Okay, and there are some authors are including that by the n number of tables, and it is getting irritated actually. Okay, so 2-3 tables are more than enough, and the illustration, whatever the figures you are using, whatever the tables you are using, you should illustrate it. Illustrate means it should be explained properly. Okay, without that nobody will understand that what you are going to convey them through your figures and things. Okay, finally discussions and conclusions. And when you are writing it, this is the structure of a paper. When you are writing, you should reverse it. First you have to do with your result table and figures, that is the results. Then you have to go for the discussions and conclusions. Then you have to go for the materials and methods. Then you have to go for the introduction abstract, and finally only you can write the title. Okay, so whatever I have told there, and I explained here, due to the time constraint, I don't want to repeat it. So the good title defined the fewest possible words adequately. That is, I told you now that 10 to 12 words is more than enough. And the abstract limit is some papers, some small 3 pages papers I am writing means I don't write the half page of abstract. Okay, nobody will accept. So 50 to 250 words is enough. So for the small writing, small papers like 2 pages or 3 pages are there, or editorial notes or something, you can write limited to 50 words. Then if you are going for this one, some more than 8 pages papers means 250 words. But before writing that, you have to refer the other notes for the particular journal. That's what I told. You have to do some research on the journal, okay? And what are their requirements? What is the scope of the journal? And what are the other notes there? Where it is indexed? What is the visibility? And what is the rejection rate? When it will be accepted? And how many review process is there? All the things you have to do it. And what is the quartile ranking? And what is the past history of the journal? Who is the editor-in-chief of the journal? You have to write this one covering letter along with your paper. So you should know about this editor-in-chief. Try to establish a relationship with them. All these things will help you when you are bringing your paper. Okay, so again and again I am telling you, the readers are your customers. Okay, not the editor or not the reviewer. They are the evaluators. Your customer is reader. The customer satisfaction is very, very important in any of the business. So in our article writing business, you have to satisfy your reader. Okay, and so the title should attract the reader. And one more thing is very important. I left out this the keywords. Okay, keywords are also very important. Keywords is giving more visibility to your article. Okay, so how the keywords you have to fix the keywords means, for example, you have used many keywords there. Don't use the general keyword. For example, I am using some AI algorithms there. Okay, just don't write it artificial intelligence, machine learning, and blockchain, Internet of Things. Those things nobody will. If you are writing all these things, I'm putting in this as a keyword. My paper is also going as 101 of the paper when somebody is searching. Okay, so all the Google Scholar searching or Google database, even your generative AI searching also, based on the keyword only they are searching it. Okay, so if you are using the common words, generalized words, your paper is not giving that much visibility. So if you want to get more visibility, the keywords should be very precise and whatever you have used in your algorithms. Okay, some algorithms you have used means don't put novelty, no, don't put this one. Okay, common words, please avoid in your keywords. Some 6 to 8 keywords is more than enough. Nobody will allow more than that. Okay. So these things, I think Lakshmi Miss told us, some others might have referred that covered all these things. What is the what are the examples of the title, how the good title will be and bad title is there. Okay, so there is no bad title. That is the title has less information. Okay, that is called the bad title. Nothing we are telling it is a bad. It is less information is there means we are calling it as an bad. Okay, so don't, please avoid this one. Okay, so rarely used abbreviations, please avoid it. Okay, in the title you can use the abbreviations, but avoid the rarely used this one. This is only the thing you have to avoid it. And again, I am telling you that the readers are the potential customer for you. Okay, so abstract next stage is, and keywords already I haven't covered and put it in the presentation, but keyword is very, very important. Okay, keyword that please note it down. Keyword, you have to avoid two general keywords and two narrow keywords also, and your keywords should indicate that what are the things you have used in your work, actually you have used in the work. And your abstract should answer the questions: what was done, why did you do it, and what did you find, what are these findings useful and important. Okay, so these are all the some of the things in the abstract. Mainly these are the checklist. Don't eliminate this checklist. The motivation behind your work, what is a main, all should be one liner. Okay, the motivation should be one liner. You should not repeat it somewhere in your paper. Okay, that is very important thing in the abstract. The abstract conclusions, discussions, don't mix it up. Okay, somebody, what they are doing means whatever they are writing in the abstract, the same thing they are writing in the conclusion. Okay, so the wordings as well as the findings, what are all the things, which is just, it is a trailer and it has to say that the important glimpse of your work. Okay, so motivations, problems, solutions, results, implementation, everything should be in single line. That's what I'm telling. First line should be your problem definition and challenges. Second line should be the existing work and limitation. These two can be interchanged. Okay, and third line is, and we have developed what you have developed. What is your thing, your contribution? Okay, and fourth one is special features of your proposed model, and fifth one is the implementation and performance analysis. These 5 lines are very, very important when you are writing an abstract. Please, once again, I will repeat you. First line is the definition of the problem. That's what, without problem, you can't start any of the review paper or research paper. Second line is the existing work and limitations, that you will get it from the literature survey only. Here we are not going to write the literature survey as we are writing in our thesis. Okay, so whatever you got it from the literature survey, you have to find the gap, and that gap will be written here, the existing work and limitations, and in what you have developed in your paper to overcome this research gap. In all the things, they will ask the common question: if you are addressing the research gap, what is your solution for the research gap? So that should be in the third line, how your paper is going to address there. And similarly, any of the sentence should not more than that of the 10 word, 12 words. You don't write the words, complex words there in your article or in your thesis or anywhere. Okay. And the fourth line will indicate the special features of your proposed model or your work, and implementation of the performance analysis. Okay, how you got some numerical values also you can include here. Okay, this is one of the example. Okay, and I will show you my paper also, how I have written one of the image processing applications. If time permits, I will show you. Okay, so what should not appear in the abstract? Information and conclusion not started in the paper. Okay, so don't not stated in the paper. So that is don't conclude in the within the abstract itself, and don't write any of the citations there. Don't, maximum you avoid it unless otherwise it is required. Okay, you want to justify something means you can include the thing, but it should be avoided. In some journals only I have seen some citations there in the abstract, but most of the journals, they are avoiding it, and that is not a good structure also. Okay, the exact title, phrase, and illustrative elements such as tables, figure, etc., should be avoided in the abstract. Okay, and nowadays they are asking about some video abstract also, audio abstract also. Okay, so all the things you can. These are all those things are outcome of these things only. And don't write it in the thing that we have contributed this much, that much in the case of your abstract. Just you can give one line of your outcome. Okay, and introduction will establish the territory of your thing. Okay, I am establishing that this is my territory, this is the thing what I am going to give my readers. Okay, and then you can establish a niche and occupy the niche. Then you can get a good visibility there, and the readers, if you are reading a paper also, okay, all of you are referring the papers. First, if it a good paper means it consists of 4 to 5 paragraph of the introduction. Maximum 5 paragraph will be there. The first paragraph will be the general, second paragraph will be specific, and third paragraph will be state of art. Fourth will be the small the addressing of the problem, and the fifth will be the organization. Okay, so fourth paragraph will says you what it is. Okay, sometimes some authors are generous to address their limitations also there. Okay, we have achieved this much only. They are addressing that. Okay, so body is nothing but the methodology. You have to organize it well, and all the things you have to include, and what are all the empirical analysis, and if it is a theoretical ones, what are all the things you have, what methodology you have to use for surveying, and what materials you have used for surveying, and how you are getting the final thing due to what statistical analysis, what are the tools, everything you can use in your theoretical studies also. Okay, and case study, anybody management people are there, they are much more worried about the case study also. Okay, and so when you are explaining about some particular cases, it should be explained the methods, theory, and tools of all the analysis. All the cases should be getting analyzed. Okay, and the results also. So the thing of theory papers, I already told you that we describe the principles, concept of the model. Okay, mathematical model, just you are including the model without any analysis also, it will comes under that is theory only. Okay, and it will gives you idea within a broad context of the related frameworks, and originality and the soundness of the analysis is, should be provided, and which tool you have used, and what are the specifications with version, everything we can specify there. And this body are the materials and methods, you can include any subsections. Okay, some 4 to 5 subsections there in the materials and methods. I will show you that. Okay, so final paragraph of this one, you have to, in everything, every chapter, so it should be like an storytelling. All your work should comes under like an, so when they are reading the papers, they should feel that some story is there. Okay, they should not feel something. So if you are writing some literature review, means it should be some chronological order. Long ago, one king was there, he ruled the thing, and he because of that, and then next king came, and then okay, now this present ruler is who, and why democracy is there, why these things we have to write it some in the coherence. Don't write it in the one jumping like thing. Okay, so first you are writing about this Modi's era, then finally you are writing about the Akbar era, and in between you are writing about the Babur era. That will be somewhat irritating to that of the readers. Okay, they will not get any continuity. Okay, so any theoretical or even it may be the research also, the thing should be very important. Then conclusion is very, very important. That after the last but one paragraph of your, when you are reading, I'm telling, last but one paragraph of your introduction chapter, finally you have to read the conclusions. Okay, so whether this objectives, whatever they have told, they are claiming in the last but one paragraph is achieved or not, is listed in the conclusion. Okay, so they are going to conclude Either it may be the theoretical or something means the hypothesis should be proved, or quantifications means the quantification, but you don't write the values there, where all the values should be written, the results and discussions. There you have to write that how it may, and to whom it is the, and how your thing is better than the others thing. That is the thing required in the conclusion. And references also. References nowadays we are not going to much more bothering, since a lot of reference engines are available, but you have to see that what type of the referencing is there in your particular journal. Okay, what journal referencing they are adopting there in the template. Okay, so APA is there, IEEE format is there, and according to that, whatever the things they are using, you can use. And you can use the reference engines like Mendeley and Zotario, whatever thing is there, you can. Okay, so these are all the things. American Psychological Association, APA style is worldwide they are using, but only the engineering thing we are using the IEEE, and others are using this APA only. Okay, and Chicago style is there, Council of Biological Editors, CBE is there, MLA is there, each and everything, that same thing only, but only the adaptation is going to vary. Some places they are writing the author's name and year and page numbers, volume, and the thing, and the numbering and this ordering. All the things will vary due to this standard formats. These are all the standards. Okay, and if you are going for the Mendeley or Zotario, they will give you how to cite it and how to refer the some particular thing and what reference engines we are using. Okay, so I am going to near to conclude it. And when to write a paper, this is the second one, is the right one. So if you are having the idea, okay, don't think that I'm going to do research and write the paper. First you write the paper and do research. Okay, without idea, nothing will happen. If I'm not having any idea and I'm going to write a paper, nothing will happen. Okay, so first you have some idea. That idea should be transformed into black and white. That black and white will be your paper, and that paper should be structured according to what we have discussed, and then try to publish it side by side. Okay, you do some solutions of that, and then you will get the you can do your problems. Okay, so this is the thing, planning that your research should be in the planning stage. Identify the questions to be answered, analyze to be reported, and target place of the publications. That is if you are in the planning stage. Then you cross the planning stage, set framework for the documents. Then that you are having some results, set the framework. What is the page size, outline, headings, all the things. You have to adopt the template of the particular journal. Okay, and outline structure, construct the tables and figures. That what I told you. First you have to construct the tables and figure. Use journal checklist and instruction to the authors. Circulate to the co-authors. That is very, very important. Okay, I have written my paper. I will not show to anybody. Okay, since they will steal my work. That is not at all a good thought of the research actually. Whether you have to give it to your supervisor or your colleagues or your co-author or to your students or to your spouse, ask them to read 2 and 3 times. Any mistakes are there, and if they are impressed, if they are not at all in your field, if they are understand the concept, definitely your paper will be getting published. Okay, otherwise if they are not able to understand, definitely your paper will not be going to get published, since you have written something in some other thing. Okay. So when we are going for this, once you have written, when you are going for the publications, you have to see who are your audience, what is the scope, whether they are the academicians, they are the industrialists, or they are the students, okay, or the public who is going to read your paper. Okay, so you are trying to impress them. So know your audience, know your subject, know your purpose, and write accordingly. Okay, this is very, very important. Again, and I'm repeating, know your audience. Okay, know your subject, know your purpose, why you are writing, and according to that, you write it. Okay, so make sure that the results are designed to answer precisely and research questions are addressed and experiments are done. If by having the experimentation results, that is well and good. Okay. So these are all different platforms you can publish. More than that, it is there. And if time permits, ma'am, what is the time? I have to end.
Sir, actually it's 8:30 as per the schedule.
Okay.
10 minutes more, sir.
Okay, okay. I will finish it. Okay. So, so this have you completed the peer review process? Peer review process should be done internally, okay, and as well as externally. Then after you submitting means only you will get a reject or accept, okay, and these are all other things where you will get the desk rejection if you are not doing it properly. Okay, each team and members must review all sections of the papers. If you are writing single-handedly, you have to read it 4 or 5 times. And once you write the paper, take some letters. Okay, some 1 day break you can take, and with a fresh mind, you come and read it. And if you are having co-author, you ask him. Normally, if you are going with a co-author, the prime author should write the title and the introduction and the conclusion. Okay, and others can write the other part actually. Okay, so corresponding author is responsible for the title, abstract, introduction, and the conclusion. So check cleanliness, conciseness, and correctness, coherence of the writing style. That's what it should be in the story type, telling type. And many revisions like checking unique interpretations of the statement, use the correct words or not, and the grammar is correct or not. Nowadays, you don't bother about the grammar. If you write it properly, you enter into the ChatGPT and ask it to correct the grammar. Okay, don't ask it to modify anything. Correct the grammar. It will correct the grammar and give to you. It will not show the IA plagiarism. Okay, and if you are giving some title without knowing anything and ask it to write a 8 pages paper and give it, means your paper will be retracted or it will be rejected in the desk itself. Okay, they will find in all the softwares they are including the AI plagiarism nowadays. Okay. And these are all the obstacles. I'm having some other figures. They are all carrying their weapons with that when the paper is going, the editor, the TPC chair, first he will reject it if it is not according to the structure of the journal as well as the not fit with the scope of the journal. And next it will goes to 2-3 reviewers. Review process also single blind review and double blind is there. Okay, and the reviewer cannot approach the reviewer. It is also unethic, and you can't approach it. And that's what now they are giving it in the double blind. The reviewer also doesn't know who are you, and you also doesn't know who is the reviewer. And most of the journal, what I am reviewing, I am knowing the name of the authors. But if I am approaching the others, means definitely I will be getting blacklisted. And you can use softwares that check for the plagiarism percentage. Don't rely on the percentage of the plagiarism. Okay. For example, I am somewhat modifying it and making it to less than 30%, and I am publishing the IEEE Explorer. Nowadays, anybody is complaining that the concept is mine. Like you know that nowadays even the copyrights problem is happening for these musicians among them. And similarly, anybody is writing on a thing that my concept is mine, and okay, and like that. That is a very, very big issue nowadays. It is happening. So don't think plagiarism that tool is showing I'm making the tool to fool. Then I can go through it, means that is you are making fool yourself. And a reputation of your university, your lab, or you team members, and yourself will be getting spoiled. And so that's what I told you: blind review, double blind review, and roles involved: reviewer, editor-in-chief, associate editor, managing director, managing editor. That is for the special issues they are having. the associate editor and managing editor, and finally the publisher. Publisher is responsible for everything. And this Hindaway publications, it is blacklisted, and now they sold it to that of the Wiley now. Okay, because of that a lot of special issues they have given, and the special issues, that the editor and that the guest editor, they collected the money and published the papers. Now all the papers are retracted. Okay, and the publisher itself, they sold to that of the Wiley now. Okay, so this is a review process of an article. You are submitting your paper, then it is go to that the editorial pre-selections, and that is, it may be the associate editor or the actual editor. Normally editor is not going to take all the things. He is assigning to some associate editor, and associate editor himself is rejecting, means it is called the desk rejection. It is goes to or assigned to that of the reviewers, and the reviewers are giving some suggestions. If you are lucky enough, means that without anything, they will accept it with a small, mild thing only. Otherwise, they will notify to the author. You have to politely answer all the queries. That is very, very important. You have to politely answer all the queries. You have to start with that. Thank you for your comments, and we have incorporated and so things. Or you have to justify it politely, or you want to reject his comments, means it should be justified politely. Okay, and nobody wants to question them. And some of the reviewers also giving that you include this and this, and some of the reviewers are asking you to cite their paper. Okay, those are all from the reviewer side, the unethical things are happening. I also suffered because of that, and some of the papers they are asking me to, even it is not relevant to this, not relevant to my work. They are asking me to include it. Okay, politely I think then that reviewer hasn't changed his status. Then I have returned to that of the editor-in-chief. Actually. Okay, decide and notify to the author, and then whether it is accept or reject, and conditionally accept also. And then finally it goes to the camera ready. Then it goes to the publisher. Some publisher will publish immediately. Open Access will publish next day or next month itself. And subscription based means it will take more time. Okay, and they are having some percentage. Same country, some 10% should they will allocate. They will not put all the others of same country. Good journals, I'm telling. Okay, so sometimes you may wait for 6 months for getting published after accepting. Okay, so this is out of scope for you. So you will get. I'm wishing that all of you get and write a good paper and get notification message from the editor of this accepting, and revision, major revision, as well as the minor revision and rejection. Okay. And this is a conference paper publication. All of you are having experience with that conference paper. Okay, so this is the other platform I have prepared. And so the ethics is very, very important. Okay, and in the art of writing is end with the ethics only. If the ethics is not there, nothing will be there, especially in our teaching community. The integrity, truth, and commitment is very, very important. And don't think that I have reduced the plagiarism. That's what I'm going to publish, and it will one day backfire you. Okay, so that's all for this. And
participants, if you have any queries, you can either type in the chat box or raise your hands, or unmute yourself and ask questions to our speaker.
Glenn sir, it's a wonderful session. Thank you for the session, sir. How are you, sir?
How are you, ma'am? Fine,
Yeah,
fine, ma'am.
very fine, sir.
How is Benny, sir? Sir is good
Yeah,
there?
he's also fine, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay, anyway, thank you.
I'll call you, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
So myself and ma'am work together. Ma'am is a dean academics while I am working there as an vice principal.
Sir, one of the participants, Ms. Renu P. Varghese, has asked, can we get the slides?
Sure, ma'am.
She
I will
has put the
give
question in
you.
the chat
Okay.
box.
Yeah, definitely. I will give.
Okay, participants, any more queries?
So another one platform, we can analyze some of the papers, how it is there, it is done, and the flow of the articles. I'm having now with me, but what the thing is, due to time constraint, after 8:30, I am alone only here. My family is in my native, but all of you are sitting in your house and listening it. It's unfair to force you to listen after this. Thank you, Lakshmi Miss, and the other organizers and Department of EC and the principal of this Vidya Academy again and again inviting me for the different sessions there. Thank you, and thank Praveen also, who is my student who is working there, and he is my PhD student. And Lakshmi Miss and myself work together there in the Vimal Jyoti. And I visited 1 or 2 times there also. Thank you all, and good night. Thank you.
So, with this, we come to the end of today's session. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend our sincere thanks to the resource person for a clear and insightful discussion on framing good research questions. The way the session highlighted clarity, relevance, feasibility, and originality in research questions have given us a strong foundation for initiating the meaningful and impactful research. Thank you all to the participants. Thank you, sir, once again on behalf of Department of ECE and Research and Development Wing with the Academy of Science and Technology Technical Campus. And we, dear participants, we look forward to meeting you again for an upcoming session of this FDP tomorrow. And as you, usually, we have a photo session at the end of this talk. So I request dear participants to turn on their cameras for a quick photo session. And as soon as the photo is being clicked, I'll intimate you and you can turn off your cameras. Kindly turn on the cameras for the photo session. Thank you all.
Okay, you need me or shall I leave?
Sir, you can also join, sir. Sure, sir, with pleasure.
And she has given nice introduction, and thank you. Thank you for
Thank you, sir. I'm Anjanayan, Assistant Professor, Department of EC. I'm working along with Lakshmi Miss at Vidya College.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Thank you, dear participants.
Okay, ma'am. Welcome. Thank you all.
Thank you.